Hey besties! 2024 goals. I know, that might sound crazy.
In 2024, I'm gonna become a cook. Dream.
Hey girlfriend! That was 2007. I promise these are happy tears. Okay, Hey guys, I feel like a kid with my parents.
Wait, are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Good morning and welcome to the vlog.
Oh my.
How are we doing?
What's up, homies?
We just went to Florence, Alabama, and we just had the best time with our little baby Elizabeth.
1 year old.
I can't believe we're like
an absolute dream.
It's just crazy to watch like your friends that you talked about your dreams with, like getting to watch their dreams. Like that's exactly what Kathleen's talked about. Like for so long, it's so
her
perfect.
life.
We had the best time. So we're at Sonic. I got a burrito chili pie.
I've never seen that. I can't wait to see what this looks like.
I've never seen it either. I wouldn't even know what it looks like.
It's a good like hungover.
I would think.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, I think
You
I'm
gotta
just
let
really
the
hungry.
system out somehow.
Frito chili pie. It's Fritos and chili on top of it.
Fritos and chili.
Look,
Yeah.
it comes in small, medium,
There's
large.
also
on
wrap.
top of
That pretzel right there though, the Sonic pretzel is one of the best pretzels on earth.
really.
Yeah, it's so good.
One of my good
Like,
buddies from
actual-
Columbia, his grandmother was in like the Lions Club and like would just hand out like hamburgers from Sonic, like hamburger coupons, like go get you a hamburger bowl.
Oh, right there.
Dude, that
Oh
was,
yeah, the wrap.
now that does not look like what I thought it was gonna be. No, that's a chili cheese
That's
wrap.
the
You
wrap.
got a chili
I
pie.
got the pie. So it just comes in like the little tater tot thing.
That looks, I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good.
Bella's headed our way with our order.
Sticks.
Foot long quarter-pound coney.
Sticks. We used to
Have you ever had that here?
really enjoyed those
that
in
was
college.
our college thing was mozzarella
Leave this
sticks.
bar.
Let's leave the bar with mozzarella sticks and go home. So we would always shout out to you, Flobama. Flobama has the best cheese sticks.
Yeah, they're like
You think
beer
they were
batter.
actually good, or do
Yeah,
you think
no,
they
they
were?
were
Yeah,
good.
they were
And they had
good.
really good homemade
Hey there.
ranch.
All right, let me hand out all the goodies.
There it is. You
College kid.
be careful now.
There's your fork for your item.
Well, this is a small, huh?
Oh, that is tiny.
Yeah, it's,
Wow.
I got some extra popcorn chicken for you. Maddie's got
Yeah,
6
you can
mozzarella
have
sticks. She'll only eat 3.5 of them. Look at that.
Yeah, that
You
does
can show
look
your
good.
homies that.
That looks nice, huh? My homies. Give me my homies.
Yeah, give it your homies.
Look how good that looks. I'm telling y'all, this is slept on. It is slept on. Is it even advertised? Does it say pie or does it only say wrap?
It's a wrap.
How's the cheese stick?
Oh, they're the best. Honestly.
They're the best. We had like a 20-minute
You're about to knock
conversation
it over.
deciding on which fast food. It's such a treat, you know? You gotta really choose. Put effort into which one you're choosing.
And Sonic has the best drinks too.
Oh, the best drinks. Let's try my D-Coke.
Oh, solid.
We have almost made it back to Franklin, but while we've got the godparents with us, I said you have to see Annica's store. You have to see her in work mode. So we're gonna go visit AJ at work.
Look at your store.
It's my story. I made the presentation not going on the screen. So wow. Go back and forth.
Hey, girlfriend. Did you sell some dresses?
I sold the dress.
The dress that you wanted. Did it go to a good home?
It went to a great home.
AJ has been talking about this for forever, you guys. She's had it on her wish list for forever. Probably like literally since right after last Christmas.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
The item specifically, I didn't know that the color was an option, and so then once the color and the item became a duo, I knew I had to have it.
She is so excited. This was her Christmas present from my dad. Go ahead, take it away. Take it away. And she had to show you guys.
Look at my new backpack.
That is a grown-up backpack.
This is a girl backpack.
Look how cute, y'all. The pockets are even this really cool. Look how fun this material is. I don't even know what to call it. It looks luxurious and
At this
adult.
point,
and
I have been able to travel with it, and I'm telling you, it's game changer. It opens all the way up.
this is what she took to Orlando.
Yeah, so it opens all the way up. It's got a clear pocket. It's got a huge mesh pocket.
Like this is a whole freaking kit. Like this could be your.
And then this is the sleeve for your laptop.
Yeah, there's a whole nother section back here that goes all the way down. Like my whole arm's gone. It still has that feature where you can slide it onto your roller suitcase.
And of course, just a little front pocket.
Look at that. And the front pocket is not little.
No, it's
a
cute.
big
It's
old
pretty
front
much
pocket.
like the whole front.
Yeah.
So, and then it has the key thing. She loves doing the little key thing.
I know, I do love. Oh, I mean, it's great because you never have to look for them.
I love
How
her.
fun! Like if you had a key card going into work,
Yeah.
and you just could keep it right there and slide it in there.
I love
It's
her.
really, really nice.
But then Pop said, just go ahead and pick out something else. And I said, well, let me get something else in Atlas Pink.
She didn't take a beat. A lot of the girls that I go on trips with, I think Gretchen has this. They love this thing.
It opens all the way up. It has like a clear
It's like a little mini
protected-
weekender.
It really is. It's this whole like clear protected for your toothbrush. And like the weekender, the bottom comes off.
It literally is a mini weekender. Like that is so nice. And it's big, y'all.
Yeah.
Like this is big.
I love her. She's great.
It's nice. It's nice. So we are so excited to add Atlas Pink to her collection. Look how
We've only
gorgeous.
stuck with basic beige colors.
Yeah.
And to just keep it neutral, we can do them all the same.
This is
But
crazy.
I just needed a little pop. I needed a little pop of color.
I just imagine you going to your little New York job, commuting.
She's so cute.
Cute. They are not just available, obviously, in Atlas Pink. I feel like the colors that they are
The
really.
colors are
Also,
getting crazy.
I did just see on Baze's Instagram yesterday, it says no more secrets. We're coming clean January 17th, which is coming up. And it's just
Look at
this.
that color.
So like, if it's new, we might want to pause.
If that is
Come back
the
and use
color-
this link, but you might want to wait till January 17th to see the colors released. If that's the
That's
color,
gonna
that's
be
a really,
crazy.
really color. I love the brown and the navy because I feel
like
like,
the maple.
right.
Yes,
The
I
maple,
love the
maple. It is, the maple really looks luxurious, you know,
Yeah.
it looks
It's
so nice.
sleek.
And it's such a good option for boy gifts.
Mhm.
Like specifically the maple and the navy, I feel like are just such
Such
good,
good boy
especially like this one looks so like a
Yeah.
man's little shaving kit.
Kit.
It's yeah. So Baze is available in multiple colors and has you covered whether you're traveling, whether you're commuting, whether you're doing your makeup, whatever you're doing.
Baze truly has thought of everything, with the pockets being so big, with the two
Mm-hmm.
pockets inside of it, one being clear, one being mesh. Like, they truly have thought of everything, with the luggage, the 360 gliding wheels,
Yeah.
the little cushion on the handle. They really have thought of everything.
And let us not forget that Miss Shay Mitchell, Miss Creator of these, was the OG travel influencer. OG. So right now, Baze is offering 15% off for our subscribers.
You can get 15% off your first purchase by going to bazetravel.com/Jennica.
That is 15% off your first purchase with Baze at bazetravel.com/Jennica. It's not a code, it's a link. And I'll always have them linked in the bottom of this video.
Thank you so much, Baze, for creating Atlas Pink and sponsoring this video. We love you.
We love you! Hey besties! If you've been watching this channel for a minute, you know that I just have beef with this closet. It's just... Don't start that. Not you, sorry, the focus. I have beef with this closet because it's just simply not laid out to be used to its like maximum potential. Like this is the first time I've had a room for a closet. It's a closet room, but it's still like I can it's a walk-in closet. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna be the best thing in the whole entire world. First and foremost, these should be banned. These should be banned permanently. These are the worst thing. These are my mortal enemy. What is that? What does that mean? Seems very sci-fi, and I just don't know those correct terms. I don't like these things, okay? And there's not many things in this life that I don't like, but these things are at the top of this list. So, during the winter, we have a bigger issue because everything I have is like sweaters and crews and thicker things. And so I just can't even see anything, and I can't see the clothes that I have, so I end up wearing the same 4 things, and I'm over it. And I need to just be able to see what clothes I have. So I've had a talk with myself, and I think I do have an issue getting rid of clothes, because when I buy clothes with the intention to have them for forever. But I try to buy things that I know I'll be able to repurpose through seasons and maximize. There are some things in here that don't do that I've just like felt like I can't get rid of. I might just not, like, I don't have to get rid of it. I can just say I can recognize that this will not be the season of life that I'll be wearing this in. So like this right here, for example, it's cute. Okay, would I pick this up? Possibly. Is this a good little dinner little thing with a little white underneath it? Great, yes. I've not worn it in 2 years. So I'm either not going to that many dinners or it's just not getting picked up. I don't know that I like want to get rid of it because like what if I go to see Drake and there's like a basketball game or something and like this is the perfect thing to wear at a little Tennessee basketball game. What helps me a lot is I give a lot of my clothes to my sister, and so I'm like at the end of the day, if I ever like want it back, it's not gone forever, because you can like kind of do that with sisters. You can give them stuff and be like, hey, I didn't give that to you. But really, big sisters can kind of just make their own rules. And so I do just give a lot of stuff to Marley. And to be honest, this would look really cute on Marley. But like, what if I need to go to a game? I don't know. Okay, but this is something that I can recognize that I don't need to have in my closet like right at this moment. I'm so bad at this. This is cute. This is cute. Right, I'll wear this winter at some point, right? I'll wear this winter. This I love, yes. Hello. Okay, update. I did a lot of changing and switching around, and I don't hate it. Okay, so this is what we've got. First of all, this behind the door shoe rack situation is so much better than any other behind the shoe rack situation. It's so thin. It's like literally as thin as my hand, and it's just very like it just they don't fall out. Lots of good things. We got this one at Target. Me and Annica both have it. Dresses have to be here because it's the only place that is long besides over here, and this obviously is where my dresser is. Up here we have boots, and then my jeans and pants used to be hanging right here. I just didn't have enough room, obviously, as you can see with these sweaters and things now. And I was like, you know what? These will be one thing that won't be too like wrinkled or anything if I fold them. So I folded them. We have just some like baby tees, t-shirts there. Any sort of like corset or tank or bodysuit style, some, you know, things that can still be worn under blazers and things during the winter. These are all my like top, right, I guess stops here. These are all my like tops, shirts, going out tops, normal like mom tops, whatever. Dinner tops, sweaters. Sweaters takes up. I didn't realize I had that many cream sweaters. I'm not even really a cream sweater gal. Charlotte, if you're watching this, I'm sorry I give you so much crap for buying so many cream sweaters when I have just as many. So sweaters here. Down here we have like button ups and kind of shacket top things. Anything that buttons up. This is more like a jacket. This is more like a dress top thing. You know, just anything that like buttons up is here. Then we move on to long sleeves and crew neck. Any sort of long sleeve t-shirt or long sleeve crew neck. My other crew necks, however, my vintage ones, my sport ones, my normal crew necks, those are folded and hidden away. So I often forget about them, but I do specifically look for crew necks a lot. So it's not a problem that they're there. While we're up here, my t-shirts are folded there. We've got some miscellaneous like shorts and things in there, but then back to this section, however, we have some skims, layering pieces, sets, skirts, more skims. Those just kind of need to be in the section by themselves. They get kind of thick. After the crew necks was just hoodies. Anything with a hood, whether it's zip up or like actual hoodie, is back there. I then have like belts and accessories in 2 baskets or little bins right here, along with my hats. Purses need to be reorganized. They're falling down everywhere. But I actually am really liking where it's going. I feel like I'm able to see a lot more of what I have, especially like my winter clothes, and I'm already like seeing things and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to wear that. I feel like it just kind of got cold once Vlogmas started, and I was only wearing like holiday themed things, and so now I'm really excited to be able to get into all my winter clothes. Okay, with that said, I was in here walking around in my freaking house shoes, these UGG Taz, the platform Taz that I have. I got these probably October or November of last year. I actually think it was Black Friday maybe that I made my order last year, so 2022. And if you guys have watched the vlog since then, you know I have worn these shoes freaking out. I even took them to like Puerto Rico with us, Coachella with us. I wear them all the time. I'm obsessed with them. I wore them like, oh, there's not even like fabric right there. And it got to the point where they weren't, oh my gosh, look back in there. Can you see that hole? It got to the point where they were not even comfortable if I wasn't wearing a thick fluffy sock. So I was like, wait, wonder if they make just like little inserts that I can get and put in there. And I went on Amazon and looked, and they had UGG ones. Look at this. Look at this. I cannot even explain to you guys. This has made this shoe feel like I went and got another brand new pair. Before, slips right in. okay? And it used to be gray, but it still matches because this is gray and this exact color, so it's perfect still. It feels like a brand new Ugg. Like, this is so soft again. Oh, okay, so I have my other Uggs from, you guys know what these are from? These are the Uggs that I got stranded with in New York. When our flight got canceled, they already had our big checked bag. They said they weren't gonna give it back to us, and this is the only pair of shoes I had, because I was like, oh, these are too big to like pack in my suitcase back with me. I'll just wear them on the plane. Little did I know I was gonna be stuck with them. So I walked about 25,000 steps for 10 days in a row in these bad boys, and they just immediately bottomed out. And I honestly have been so traumatized from them. I can't wear them. I remember every single day we would get back to the apartment, I would take these shoes off. There would be fudge chunks just out where my feet had just been. I mean, these are just not 25,000 steps a day, New York. They're waterproof and they're awesome, and I got them for like snow and rain, like when I'm taking Luna out and it's rainy. They're perfect, but I literally have not even been able to wear them. So got another one of these bad boys, so I'm hoping to make them good as new, and I could not tell you guys about them. They come just like this, okay? And you can tell like which one's right, which one's left. You remove one sticker, and then, I mean, there's just nothing. You can literally see like the stitching. So, I'm nervous to try them on it. Like, if they're still traumatizing, I'm gonna be so upset, because like these are my waterproof boots for the winter, and like I really do really love these shoes. Don't worry, once we got back from New York, I wiped them down. Please feel good. Please feel good. Please feel good. Oh my gosh. And the good thing about them is when I took them out at first, I thought that this was gonna be sticky, because I also have this pair. I got this pair for Christmas when I was a sophomore in high school. That was 2007, and they're not even that dirty. Like, they've never been washed, and they're perfectly fine. But these also, obviously, with them being almost 20 years old, they're not even as bad as these. These are just like more flat. And so I took my Tasmans out and put them in these. Feel like a brand new pair of Uggs. So if you've got a pair of Uggs that you have bottomed out, I've got these linked on my Amazon shop. I just got them from Amazon. I'm sure you can get them from Ugg too if you've got an Ugg close to you. These are so very worth it, and make your Uggs feel brand new again. Okay, Annica's actually in there making us dinner. She's been branching out lately because she really is so particular about what she likes for lunch. She likes to be able to kind of prep a couple days of it. So she's been really looking at recipes, and she was like, I found one that's a little bit more dinner that I'd like to do. So she's in there cooking dinner.
Hello everyone. AJ taking over a little bit because in 2024, I'm going to become a cook. It is 100% mom's job to do all the cooking in this house. If not, I will eat something frozen. So I'm really trying to cook more and just be excited about the recipes that I'm making. So tonight, we're making a gluten-free, dairy-free Cajun chicken pasta. I'm hoping it's going to be inspired by chilies. That would be great. We're going to get the Golden Globes pulled up because Taylor will be there, and I'm going to keep cooking. I'm like halfway through right now, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm also like meal prepping some chicken at the same time.
The Golden Globe goes to Emma Stone.
Oh, I love her. It better.
And the Golden Globe goes to Barbie.
The thing is, Barbie hasn't won all night. Barbie hasn't won all night.
I don't agree with that.
It's like, I want Barbie to win in all the other categories that it's been not this one.
Good morning, besties. How are we doing this morning? It is currently more like lunch. I got up this morning and made breakfast. AJ's gotten up and she's already worked out. And as I've mentioned in the last few vlogs, it takes me a few days to like get my full yearly goals list written out, because I can't just sit down and think about all of them at once. I kind of have to like think about them here. Once I start thinking about some, then from that list, I'm able to look and be like, oh yeah, I want to do more personnel wise or or I want to do more career-wise. And so once I get the list going, it's a little bit easier, but I definitely can't do it all in one day. AJ has actually completed her vision board. It looks awesome. We'll go in there and see hers in just a minute, but I am ready. I think I'm ready to get mine into the actual vision part of the vision board. Gotten my goals written down. And so from here, I like to then get on Pinterest and start pinning. I have started pinning some things, but definitely not near what we need to pin. And then of course we will put them together. I make two. I make one the size of my computer screen to have on my computer all year, and then I make one the size of my phone so that I can have it on my phone. Sometimes I'll switch up my phone background. Like this is, I wanted an actual like view outside of a New York apartment. So this was our view outside of Shannon's apartment, but I also still have my vision board one that I will switch to as well. Then I've got like a night vibe, and just depending on kind of what I like the and I like this one in Myrtle too. So this was last year's. It's so crazy. I made a TikTok and so many of these things look almost exactly like these photos. Some of them came true like exactly how I'd hoped, and some of them came true like totally different, but still very much like what the picture was. It's really, really cool to have something like visually, even if you just write things down. I think it's just so important to be able to like tangibly go back and look at how much you've grown and how much you've been able to do, and stuff that you can continue working on. Like there's a lot on this that I'm like, oh, I have no doubts on stopping that anytime soon, or I need to get better at that. So I've tried to be even more honestly intentional with my list this year. We'll go over most of the points here, and I wanted to just show you how I make my vision board for the year. Okay, number one on the 2024 goal vision board list: move to New York City. Not technically New York City, I guess. Move to New York State. I think that we'll probably end up somewhere in Brooklyn. Definitely not closing any zip code off. There are a few things that we have kind of on our must-haves list for neighborhood, but really as long as we're close to a good big park for Luna, and hopefully we get a parking spot, that's pretty much, we're not working on that list right now. That's not what this is about. I'll just do this on my iPad so we can do it together. Okay, I realized that other angle was trash. Like it was just overshadowed because the sun is like right there at this moment. And now I realize you can just see my toilet. So, and is that just gonna be blinking the whole time? Oh, let's try this again. For the New York one, obviously this is the biggest. This is number one. We got to get from point A to point B at some point this year. With that said, with my personal vision boards, I like to be really specific on some things, but then I like to be pretty broad on other things as well. And within that, sometimes I can do like an absolute dream, almost unachievable. Nothing's unachievable for sure, but like dream situation. And then I have like a more realistic situation. So for here, I put Brooklyn apartment view because I'm hoping that we will be in Brooklyn. More specifically, this is what I'd like to pin for like the dream, you know, like could you imagine waking up to seeing like the bridge and the water and a sunset So we're gonna save that, and I just start like a 2024 board, and you can overpin. This is the section of overpinning, so I will do several, but then we're gonna also go to something more like, okay, so something like this is a tad bit more realistic. It's still a little bit fancy than what I think that we'll be in. Let me try to find one that I really feel like, okay, this could be our apartment. We've got a guest. Weasley's under the covers over there, so once she realizes that, she's probably out of here. Come on, stay. No. Don't go over there messing with him. Get out of here. She said bop for no reason. I'm just gonna screen record this so it's not like a glare. Okay, so once we had our like dream one pinned, then I went through and kind of put a couple more dream ones, of course. I mean, who doesn't want to wake up and see that every single morning? Obviously, I'd love to. Who wouldn't love to have a terrace with this view? Me, sign me up. Who wouldn't love to vlog with that view? Look, could you imagine the B-roll? Could you imagine the B-roll? This is more realistic though, and she is gorgeous. The exposed brick, I'm not counting out anything. Like, I don't know if we'll end up in like a bigger apartment complex, or I don't know if we'll end up in a small townhome. Regardless, we're gonna lean into it, whichever one. Like, how cozy is that? How cozy is that? I really am wanting to keep a lot of my same stuff. Could you imagine? I mean, Weasley would be gone forever, but look how gorgeous. These are a little bit more realistic, you know? So fun. Like my view might be a building versus buildings, which is fine. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna overpin for a second because I keep the board private. You guys can follow me on Pinterest. I think my Pinterest is just Jennica Tomp. If you put that in there, you should be able to find me. Here's my page looks like this. Oop. Here I am. If you are a fellow Pinterest gal, you can follow me there. But I'll overpin on a 2024 board, and then once I'm ready to get my canvas pulled up to make the backgrounds for my phone and my computer, I'll just start pulling like one photo from each vision, if that makes sense. So right now I'm just going to go through each of these bullets, get some pins for them together, and watch YouTube. This is like such an inspirational time of year for me, and I really try to hone back into watching YouTubers gives me the most inspiration as well. So I really this year want to do a who I watch on YouTube and tell you guys a little bit about each creator that I watch, and that way from that list you guys can also be like, oh, I watch them too, and here's who else I watch, because I would really love to find some more girlies in their 30s or some more just like, what are these like FaceTime style lifestyle YouTubers? We are now hanging out with Samantha Jo, but I wanted to show how I actually make my vision boards. I use the website PixArt. I use this for my thumbnails as well, and so it just, I know it best. You can do it on your phone or on a computer, but I just do new project, and I always Google exactly what my phone wallpaper size is and also my Mac wallpaper size, so I can really get them exactly how I want them. I hate when you get something perfect and then it crops differently on what you're actually putting it on. So this is the dimensions I want to work with my phone. I'll add that, and then I'll just start adding the photos to PixArt as a project and kind of rearranging them how I want. Once I do that, then I'll switch the layout to wallpaper and just kind of reorganize them again and save it both ways. Okay, it's been a little bit. It was about to rain, and so I went ahead and took Luna on her walk, and now it is rainy and gloomy. So we're back in, and she is finished. Okay, are you ready to see? Voila! Look at her. How fun is that? Oh, hi, Alicia. Look how cute. Okay, are y'all ready to go over my 2024 goals? Okay, so obviously first and foremost is move to New York City. We talked about that. Next, this is the year of budgeting. We are going to create and revisit monthly budgets. That we have to. Budgeting is still pretty new for me because you don't really have to budget when you have no money. So these are the first few years that I've ever like even dealt with money in my life, and so I'm really trying to. I've tried to educate myself as much as I can, but this year I really want to like nail down. I feel like prices have also just been so crazy with everything. It's like so hard to predict prices, and so now I really want to like know how much I'm going to be spending on groceries each month, and like I just want to hone in on a budget more, and especially with this year us making such a crazy move. Like we need to moving from Tennessee to New York is going to cost us a lot of money, and so we're just gonna have to be very conscious of it this year. So and we should every year. Like I'm hoping that I really will just get a really, not a better relationship with money, because like I said, I've never really had one. I just really hope that the relationship continues to stay healthy. We're gonna put an extra effort with body care this year. You guys know I don't like lotions, but I've really tried to start, I started exfoliating last year, and I've loved adding that to my routine. There's so many benefits to exfoliating your skin with dry brushing and things, so I just loved doing that this year, and it just feels so good at the end of the day to pamper yourself and to take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, this is the only body you got. Like if you got one car when you were 16 and had to only have that car the rest of your life, don't you think you'd be taking care of the inside and the outside? So like I'm trying to take care of my body this year. Styling and wearing my own clothes to my personal style. I feel like my body has changed so much in my adult like years, and I've also done so many different things. My wardrobe has just been so chaotic, and I feel like this year I've really been able to choose clothes that do fit me well, and I've really been trying to only buy pieces that I'll wear for like decades, you know? So I want to start figuring out, I feel like I know my personal style. Like it's a mix of kind of streetwear and like modern, what is it? Like an elevated streetwear vibe. And I just really want to like learn more about my style and like be able to style my own clothes. Like I have so many good things, and I feel like I could do a better job about styling the pieces that I already have. Red light therapy. I'm so excited about my new machine, and I really am going to like learn about that this year and incorporate it into daily, weekly routine and see the benefits at the end of the year. This is one that I saw on TikTok and I just loved it. I loved it. Let me actually get the example up, and essentially it is to say thank you instead of I'm sorry, and replace I'm sorry with thank yous. So some examples, because I was like, what does that even mean? And you kind of only think about it in one certain context. I feel like I did. And so once she kind of laid it out, I was like, that is such a great way to think of things. So instead of saying I'm sorry for talking too much, you say things like thank you for listening to me, or I'm sorry that you have to help me so much. Thank you for doing me a favor. I'm sorry I always mess up. Thank you for being patient with me when I make a mistake. Like, it's just a really like refreshing take, I feel like. Mailing birthday cards and cards. I feel like I mailed a couple like gifts and things this year, and that just made me feel so, because I'm like, my love language is giving gifts and like doing things for people. I love it. And if it's something that I love, why not do it more? So I'm really like, as soon as I got my calendar this year, which it will be linked in this description below. Sorry guys, I have added it to the last one as well, but it is linked in this description as well. I added my friends and family's birthdays to my calendar, and I really want to be good. I mean, there's gonna be some times I slip up, all right? So if you're watching this and expecting a card and you don't get one, I am only human at the end of the day, but I am going to try to be better about like even postcards. How fun. Providing more links. I feel like I don't really, if I wear a top and I'm asked about it, I'll share it then, but I don't really keep up collectively with any sort of the platforms. And I feel like this past year I found ShopMy, and I love the way that it's laid out. Like I don't like making you guys go into another app. I love like to know it as a platform, and I think it's great, but I find it annoying that it like takes me 100 different places to try to get something. So I love that ShopMy is really cleanly laid out. I can like organize it. It's called like shelves, I think. And so I'm able to do closet shoes, closet jeans, skincare, makeup. Like, it's just great. So I really want to be better about just at all times keeping that so updated. And you guys, if I'm missing something, let me know so I can add it. Only going grocery shopping with a list. Last year on my vision board, grocery shopping was at the top of the list. And like, I was just wanting to get better at grocery shopping intentionally. I feel like we really did a great job at that this year. And so this year I want to hone in and like only go to a grocery store with a list. Like, groceries are too expensive. Things are too like, y'all, I saw a bag of sour gummies for $10.99. Not even like a little $10.99 for a little bag of gummies, like a little gummy worms. I was like, this is just simply not okay. I can't just be grabbing stuff off the shelf when and like letting stuff go bad. Like, we've got to go to the grocery store with an intentional list. Finding a sauna routine. We have a sauna in this apartment, and I feel like I've really I've enjoyed it so much, and I use it as almost like a spa situation. Like, I'll go down there and do sauna, steam room, you know, cold plunge. I really want to find a sauna routine. There's just so many benefits, and I like it, especially like in these gloomy winter months. Like, if I have a routine that I'm doing, if you're not walking by some amenities every day, you really just kind of forget to use them, and I really want to be able to take advantage of those before we might not have one again. Stretch every single day. I love to stretch. Like, it just feels so good. I don't know if it's like the cheerleader in me that was the first 20 minutes of practice like for my whole life. I love to stretch. I just used to be able to do splits and all kinds of things, and like, not that I need to be like flexible again, but I just know that I am getting older, and like, I want my body to be able to take Luna on hikes for like years and years and years and years. And I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can for my body. And so just waking up in the morning, I've been trying to like do the stretching and the red light together. It's just really relaxing, like right when I wake up. So I'm hoping that I will stay strong with that this year and continue stretching. Read. I am so excited about reading this year. Like, audiobook made me fall back in love with just stories and books. I feel like I got in such a habit of only wanting to listen to like podcasts, really like true real life things. Books are just such a peaceful escape. Like, I was such a book nerd when I was growing up. I hate that I even went a couple years without picking up books. Like, I'm so happy. And like, don't think that you're not reading books if you're listening to them. Like, if you're commuting and you need to have it in your ear, like, it still is just as fulfilling to have those on audiobooks. I'll definitely pick up a book every now and then, because your brain and your eyes need to see that too. And I feel like I want to maybe get into autobiographies this year, because that brings up my next point. I am going to start writing a book. I know that might sound crazy, but I've always wanted to. Not necessarily like a biography type book, but I always have really enjoyed like the writing process and the storytelling aspect of it all. And I have always known since I was 14 that 2024 and the year I turned 32, I don't want to cry, oh my god, was going to be the best year of my life. I've just always known that this year was going to be one of the best years of my life. I feel like any mother with a rough parenting plan or co-parenting situation, that's the only people that's probably going to understand me right now. But I'm just excited to experience a kind of freedom. Oh my god, I did not know that I was going to cry like this. I'm just so excited to experience a kind of freedom that I've never had before, and I'm so proud of myself of where I am in this year. It's better than I could have ever expected. Like, I've just always known this year was going to be my favorite year of life, and I want to capture that. Like, I want to put that into words. I think that it will probably take me years to get everything that I want to say out in a way that I want the world to read, but I do want to start putting together stories and maybe a layout, or writing down things that I do want to talk about, or when I remember certain stories that I do want to include, articulate them, you know, and I don't want it to be a rushed process. These are happy, I promise, these are happy tears. Like, I feel so grateful to be where I am. Okay, anyway. Okay, I genuinely, like, I think that I was more shocked that I was starting to cry, because especially that's not even one of the topics that I would have expected. I'm very excited. It's just so much excitement, I guess, and so much gratitude. Okay, next. Share more. I feel like I got into a routine with vlogs and a routine with this as a career, but I do feel like there's more I could share. I don't share much about parenting here, but every time I share anything on Instagram, I always get flooded with DMs of like, please talk about this more, do more topics. So we really are going to get back into the more series of it all. When we first went viral for our story, I knew I wanted to make the most longevity out of this as possible and hopefully make a career out of this, but I didn't want us to just be known as like the teen mom and daughter. Like, I wanted us to still be able to be Annica and Jennica as well, and I feel like we've done that, and so now we can start integrating teen mom content in it a little bit more. And also, even more, I am not at the place that I was even in 2020 with this. I feel like even Annica and I's relationship was coming out of a really rough few preteen years, and we're just in a better place to talk about it, and I feel much more confident in saying where I went wrong and acknowledging things that I've done incorrectly, or maybe I could have done better, but I do feel more secure in my decisions parenting wise. So I just want to share more overall. Scrapbooking. I started this last year, but I wasn't even consistent with it. I still have pictures that I have, and I still have pages and stickers and everything. I just like don't do it. I really want to still make sure that I'm scrapbooking all of my pictures and having that. I have a scrapbook. I'll show you guys at some point this year. I have a scrapbook from my 8th grade year. Like, it is, which is literally the year I got pregnant. So like, and it was so cute, and it was just so wholesome. And I remember I would get excited to do things to be able to scrapbook. Oh my gosh, this is homecoming. Like, I can't wait to decorate this page, you know, extra special or whatever. So I really just love scrapbooking, and I am going to keep scrapbooking this year. Stay in check with my horoscope. You guys, it is so rewarding getting to know your horoscope and getting to know your chart, your birth chart, because I read sentences about myself that I'm like, that makes so much sense. And it almost allows you to like give yourself some grace of like why you might be tough to. I have a hard time, I know it might not seem like it because I'm good at talking and I'm good at storytelling, but I have a hard time articulating like exactly what I'm thinking in the moment. And that's a big part of my sign. Like, I feel like once you actually know your birth chart, and if you just Google birth chart, there will be one of the first, I try not to use the ones that say like add first, but then the first one, you put in your date of birth, where you were born, and your time of birth, and that kind of gives you your full house. And once you start reading those nitty-gritty things, it's just like things start making more and more sense. So I really want to try to understand that more. And if you know a lot about astrology and you want to know my big three, if you've got anything you need to let me know about my big three, you're like, this makes sense. I'm an Aquarius sun, a Leo moon, and a Libra rising. I mean, that's all you need to know about me right there. And that is just like me on a silver platter. Make people feel good, encourage kindness, and connect. I found this note from August of 2023. I was having a bit of a crisis, and I was just like, it was at that point I told you guys like we weren't growing, and I just like not care. I don't hone in on the numbers of it all. I never even paid attention that we weren't super growing. And then we started getting more stagnant. It just felt, it still is this job at the end of the day, and you want to grow in your job. So I was like, obviously I'm not doing something, and I just want to keep educating myself. Like, these platforms change so often that I really want to start following more like content strategists some things on TikTok to try to just keep me motivated. And so I wrote things down that I said I want my channel to, and then had bullet points. And I was like, at the end of the day, what do I want out of this YouTube channel? And what do I want people to get from this YouTube channel? And number 1, empower women. Number 2, inspire single moms. Number 3, help moms have a healthy relationship with their child and vice versa. Be hope for teen moms, because I just feel like if I would have known that there was somebody that had just like an ounce of success that was a teen mom, because people just start telling you everything you're not going to be able to do when you get pregnant as a teen. I feel like if I would have just seen somebody that did it, and especially did it like by themselves, like I would have felt like I could do it, you know? Show women how to truly be happy alone and independent. I still am working on this. I mean, obviously I've also always lived with Annica, so at the end of the day I'm not living by myself, but I am head of household. I've been taking care of 2 people for a minute, so. But I really want to feel even more independent this year. I feel independent, and I feel like when I've got Annica by my side, I can do anything in the world. But I feel like that does decrease a little bit when I'm alone. So I really want to keep learning that and sharing that with you guys. Next, to see the joy in every situation. You guys know that I'm like chronically happy, and it is what it is, and I just like romanticize everything, and that I think it's just because, and not to get deep again, but I feel like when you're a mom that doesn't know where your child's next meal is gonna come from, like things are put into perspective pretty early, and so many of the things that we like rob ourselves from happiness for are just like not even real problems. I mean, maybe it's terrible because I've been through so many terrible things that I just like really can see there's just so much joy and so much happiness in the world. But also, if you choose to see the negative, like it is gonna affect you, and so you have to, I think you do train yourself to see the joy in things. And once you do start seeing the beauty in things, it's really hard to ever start thinking the other way again. And it's just so beneficial. Okay, geez Louise, am I okay? Post routinely on TikTok and Pinterest. I really love Pinterest, and I feel like I can give some Pinterest vibes every now and then, and I just want to post some stuff on Pinterest. And then TikTok, I feel like I've gotten a better relationship with TikTok. It's rough when we go viral over there because people are just ruthless. We've been now viral on all 3 platforms, and it also, at the end of the day, they say the same things, but I just think that TikTok sometimes can get crazy, and I feel like I have like found my place on TikTok. I'm not trying to do things that I don't like vibe with just because they're trends or whatever. Like I really think that I have found a comfortable spot there. Keep an organized calendar. We just grow up, Jennica. Like keep a calendar, get it together. Emails. I'm just like not very good at emails, and I need to get better at that. Like I need to find like ways to keep them more organized and actually spam stuff and just get it together with emails too. Stand up for myself. I feel like I really definitely do stand up for myself, but I also, when I'm standing up for myself, I'm also always conscious to make sure that that other person that I'm standing up to is like comfortable in the situation, and sometimes you just like have to make people uncomfy to like get your point across. I just want to be better about being able to stand up for myself confidently, and like I said earlier, just articulate my words better. Make a new lifelong friend. I feel like I'm gonna find like a little neighbor or something that I'm just gonna have a new lifelong friend in New York, and I feel like it's like a point. I've not made a new friend in a minute, and so like I just want to make a new friend. Volunteer more. I used to volunteer all the time, but I mean I just got so busy with life, and that was just a really busy, I'm kind of getting out of a really busy part of my life, and I just feel like I will be able to incorporate more volunteer time this year, and I love volunteering with like teen moms, and I want to find, especially when we get to New York, I want to find like something I can consistently volunteer with. Paint one canvas. Okay, I want to paint one canvas. I used to paint all the time too. I love painting, I love drawing. I want to paint one canvas this year at some point, just one. I'm not gonna overstretch myself, just one. I'm being vulnerable with this, and I'm sharing my whole entire list with you guys. Like I feel like this is the core of me, okay? This is really genuinely things that I am focusing on this year, and so they can be a little personal, and it's scary to say some of these out loud because some things might not happen and you've put it out there, but like this is what I'm feeling right now, and I want to share more, so that's what we're doing. I would love to be like interviewed or featured by some sort of magazine thing. literally since I was 12, I've always thought that I could be one of those girls like featured in Teen Vogue or like a little article like on NL. And those are big names obviously, but I just would love, or even like we go on more podcasts. Annica and I have only been on like 2 together. We love doing that. It's always so fun like getting to meet other people in our spaces, and so I think going on a more podcast and maybe like be interviewed or something. I think that would be so fun. Maybe this could go hand in hand, or maybe it could be separate, who knows. AJ and I do a professional shoot, and maybe even like once we get to New York we find a photographer and just do some good, because at the end of the day this is a business together. So like we could have like a new profile picture and just like, you know, shots to use for different things. And so I do want to get good like professional photos made of AJ and I this year, because we have not done that since Annica was 8 years old. 8. Continue healing my relationship with the gym. You know, I was always like a 4 to 6 times a week gym goer until we moved here, and I had so much health things going on and so many change of life things going on, and after my weight gain, I just was no longer comfortable in the gym. And I really feel like with us having a gym here, it has just been such a great opportunity for me to be able to get back in there and do things at my own pace. It's so nice having Annica because she motivates me so much to go to. And so I really do feel good down there again. Like I don't go to the gym and really feel self-conscious. Like I know I'm in here and I'm doing a great job. First of all, I'm in here. Like that's the main point we need to get across, okay? And so I just want to keep continuing to build on that healthy relationship with the gym. I don't know what our next like gym situation is going to look like, and I don't want to like fall off if we don't. So I just want to continue building that relationship. Next, walk. Continue walking. That's just been, I mean, it's literally changed my life. I credit so much of my like mental health improvement and weight loss to walking, and I just want to keep walking. This is another vulnerable one. I want to work on adjusting my like parenting, my mothering with Annica's growth. I really want to put in an effort to build a more mature adult relationship with her, because I truly do feel like as a parent you have to parent different once your child is their own entity, and once like I can't have the same set of rules for her. So there's just going to be a lot of figuring out, and I want to maybe read books. I want to just be intentional about how I am treating Annica this year and supporting her, but also still teaching her. You know, it's just going to be something that is worth working on. Find security in myself. I think this goes a little bit with my like independence thing. I can do anything in the world when Annica's there, or like when Madison's there, or like I just need to be able to do a little bit more on my own. Keep taking care of my gut. I feel like you guys know the last 2 years, really, I have just been through it with learning about my colon disease and healing my gut, and I have just found so much peace and comfort in that. It's just been great, and I really want to focus on like the food portion of that. I've focused more on like the learning and the supplement side, I feel like, and now I want to get really into what I should and shouldn't be eating with my specific ulcerative colitis and just like gut issues. Next is find a new therapist and accountant. Do not have a therapist right now, and I need one. It's at this point too though where I like do want to kind of be in person, and so like should I just wait until we're in New York? Like it's so rough building a relationship with a therapist, and I need to start tomorrow, but I think that I am just gonna wait until we are in New York. But like I want that to be a priority. Like I'm still putting that in this year. Like when we kind of get there, that's gonna be one of the first things I start looking around. Therapists that specialize in teen pregnancy trauma. Hello, you know, so I really need to get back into therapy, and I want to do that this year. And I also want to find an accountant that does a kind of more financial advising too. I just need to figure out the people that I need to have in my life in that regards. And lastly, we have do. Just do. Get out, do, get up, do, go and do. Like I just want to do. Like I really want to take advantage of being healthy. You know, like when you do have chronic illnesses, when you do have things that have been preventing you from doing things in life, like I just want to do. And that is my 2024 goal list. Thank you for allowing me to cry with you. I almost said I'm sorry for crying, and I was like, no. Thank you for allowing me to be so open with you that I feel comfortable enough to cry. You guys really, really are my best friends, and when I meet you guys in person and you say, I feel like I know you, I'm like, you do know me, and I feel like I know you. I genuinely think about you guys every single day, what I want to do for you and how I want to show up for you, and I'm so thankful that I have found you. You guys know that this channel is literally how and why we get to live our dreams. So I only have you to thank for that, and I cannot wait to spend 2024 with you. And if you've not made your vision board, it is not too late. Even if you just make it to this portion of your goals this year, do that, write that down. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next vlog. Thank you for watching.